Welcome to Inside Gaming and happy Halloween. I am your host, Jack Patello. I'm happy to be back again. It's the weekend, so that means it's time to round up this week's biggest video game stories. We're going to kick things off with a whole mess of Xbox news and insights that came from...
Cut. It's all wrong. This isn't working. Okay, you can take 5?
Yeah.
Let's take a walk.
Yeah, just...
Come on.
I don't know what's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Unbelievable. Unprofessional.
Whatever.
Okay.
What day is it?
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay, go ahead.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Saturday.
Oh, that feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, that feels really good. We don't do anything on Saturday.
Work-wise?
No.
We're gonna kick things off with a whole mess of Xbox news and insight that came out of the Wall Street Journal Tech Live
Journal. Yeah, just
earlier this week. WSJ Tech Live is a big business conference. Duh.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which hosts interview panels and CEOs and executives from the biggest tech companies in the world, including Microsoft's very own head of Xbox, Phil Spencer.
Philly Spence, as much a part of this show as
Anthem.
Yeah. Still waiting on 2.0. Anyway, most notably, Spencer said that during his interview, Game Pass probably only makes up about 15% of gaming revenue at Microsoft, and he doesn't see it growing much past that, especially on consoles.
Yeah, Spencer said, I've seen growth slow down mainly because at some point you've reached everybody on console that wants to subscribe.
If I had a nickel. The most recent public number Xbox shared about Game Pass was back in January, and it touted 25 million subs.
Congratulations.
Way to go, guys.
Due to the recent investigations of Microsoft's proposed plan to acquire Activision Blizzard, we also learned that Game Pass made about $2.9 billion last year from console subscribers alone. The news doesn't change, does it?
And it doesn't
We haven't done this show for 2 years.
I've read this script
I've read this
before.
story.
Yeah, listen to this. Speaking of Activision Blizzard. That's right. The acquisition, the Journal, Wall Street, did ask Spencer about Microsoft's long-term plans for Call of Duty if the deal goes through, and he responded,
Call of Duty specifically will be available on PlayStation. I'd love to see it on the Switch. I'd love to see the game playable on many different screens. Our intent is to treat Call of Duty like Minecraft.
So like only 14-year-olds play?
Yeah, what does that mean?
How's that work? In response, the Journal, Wall Street, interviewer asked, then why are Bethesda Studios games like the next Elder Scrolls and Starfield getting the exclusive treatment?
Got him.
Spencer, wait. And everybody, friend of the show, Omar De Armas.
This is Jack's show now. This is Jack's shows now.
Watch What a Show and listen to Shit Pits the Fan.
Don't plug shit.
I've only been here for a few weeks now. All right, let's get back to it. To which Spencer replied, acknowledging the importance of building an exclusive portfolio of games to attract people to a console like PlayStation and Nintendo have done, but referenced Minecraft again and added, quote, because at this point, these are franchises that have reached broad global awareness and more people should be able to play them. Spencer contextualized the statement, further saying when Microsoft bought Minecraft, it was on about 12 platforms, and now it's on more than 20. Holy crap. After that, Spencer redirected, saying that the biggest motivation for Microsoft to purchase Activision Blizzard King was to expand their mobile portfolio, at which point he referenced Candy Crush and Call of Duty Mobile. Let's see that crossover there. Spencer explained, quote, most of the dialogue that's out there has been around consoles and how Xbox and PlayStation consoles compete with each other, but when you think about the 3 billion people playing video games, there's only about 200 million households that play on a console. A vast majority of the people who play on their device that's already in their pocket, which is their phone. Or maybe they have big pockets and an Xbox is in there. Spencer added later in the interview that mobile gaming is imperative to Microsoft's business, stating, quote, there's no way that you succeed as a gaming company if you don't have access to mobile players. He also went to say Microsoft is hoping to find a way to break up the duopoly of Google and Apple having basically the only 2 storefronts on mobile. The last major takeaway from the interview is about potential price increases for Xbox consoles, games, and of course, Game Pass. As you likely know, PlayStation has increased the base price of the PS5 in most regions and charges $70 for the new games, so the Wall Street Journal asked Spencer if the price hikes could be in the near future for Xbox. Spencer replied, quote, I think at some point we have to raise prices on certain things, but going into the holiday, we thought it was important to maintain the prices. Adding, quote, we've held price on our console, we've held price on our games, and on our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things. It's coming. So there you go. According to Microsoft CEO of gaming, the company plans to keep Call of Duty on as many platforms as possible going forward. Game Pass is slowing down, and Xbox games and services could be getting a little pricier as early as sometime next year. Merry Christmas. All right, we have some more stories to talk about, but first, let's talk about ExpressVPN and how you can keep your private data private. Sending data over an unencrypted internet connection is like sending a postcard. Your message is wide open for the mailman and any other nosy people to see. But a VPN, or virtual private network, creates a secure tunnel between your device and the internet. In other words, it puts an envelope around your postcard that no one can sneak a peek at your private correspondence now. Ooh, fancy. It's easy to use. Download the app to your phone, tablet, or computer, and with one click, your information is protected, and you can even change your online location. I like ExpressVPN. I've got the app on my phone. It's super duper easy. All I got to do is just, click a button. It works. I can change the locations if I want to. Like, hey, maybe I want to be in Australia now. Maybe they're hiding something on YouTube over there. I can then go to there and then watch it. It's that easy. Keep your private information and online data private with ExpressVPN. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/roundup or by clicking the link in the description below. That's expressvpn.com/roundup. All right, back to the rest of the stories. Metal Gear and Death Stranding creator Hideo Kojima says one of his projects in development is, quote, almost like a new medium. Like an extra medium. In a recent interview with The Guardian, the legendary developer said his next game is something he has wanted to make for years, but the technology has never been sufficient until now. Kojima has said something similar about Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4, and 5, but this time it feels a little bit different. Kojima elaborated, if this thing succeeds, it will turn things around, not just in the game industry, but in the movie industry as well. Ooh, cryptic. He added that from a business perspective, the second or third person to try something new is more likely to succeed commercially. He told The Guardian, quote, for the first person, everything is hard, but I want to be the first. I want to keep being the first. As you might know, Kojima Productions is working on at least 2 games right now. One was leaked by actor Norman Reedus to be Death Stranding 2, and the other is allegedly a horror game called Overdose. Given what we know, it seems like the Guardian quotes would point towards the latter, but we also know Kojima Productions has a new division for working on films and anime. The co-founders of Rocksteady, the studio behind the largely successful and transformative Batman Arkham games, are leaving the company at the end of the year. No! WB Games president David Haddad posted an official blog announcing that Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker have made the decision to leave the studio. The duo wrote in a joint statement which reads, quote, our decision to leave Rocksteady was emotional to say the least. From the day we founded the company in 2004 all the way to today, Rocksteady has been our life and soul. Then why are you removing your soul? That feels... whatever. They went on to talk about the studio's achievements, thanked their fans, and concluded, quote, now with Suicide Squad in safe hands and the team here stronger than ever, it's time for us to hand over the reins and for us to start a new adventure together in games. The blog also explained that Nathan Burlow, longtime Rocksteady director of production and also an original founding member of the studio, will be stepping up into the role of studio director, and Darius Saudegian will take on the reins as studio product director. All of the drama surrounding Bayonetta 3 seems to be slowing to a halt after Helena Taylor, the original voice actor for Bayonetta, confirmed earlier this week that she initially lied about how much Platinum Games originally offered her to reprise the role in the 3rd game. Lying is just, don't lie. Don't go on the internet and lie. Who would do that? This all kicked off about a week ago when Taylor made a tweet thread with multiple videos saying Platinum offered her a meager $4,000 to voice the entire game, which she took as an insult and then declined the role. She then asked fans to boycott the game, and a lot of people grabbed their pitchforks. Yay, pitchforks. A few days later, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier claimed that he spoke to 2 sources and reviewed documentation revealing that Platinum offered Taylor $15,000 minimum for 5 voiceover sessions at $3,000 to $4,000 per 4-hour session. According to Bloomberg sources, Taylor then declined, asking for 6 figures and royalties instead. Platinum did not accept, but still really wanted to work with her, so they offered her a cameo role, which would have been 1 session of recording, allegedly. Well, Taylor's made a new tweet thread earlier this week, basically confirming almost everything in the Bloomberg report. The tweet thread reads, quote, as I posted on part 3 of my video thread, part 3, I explained that their first offer was too low. That offer was $10,000 total. I then wrote in Japanese to Hideo Kojima asking for what I was worth. I was then offered an extra $5,000. Woo! So yeah, that brings us to the $15,000 Bloomberg reported. And the lie, if you didn't catch it, Taylor made it appear in her first video Platinum's original offer was less than $4,000, and also that those rates were for voicing the entire game, which we now know is false. false. It was just one bit of it. Bayonetta 3 is out now, and aside from what a lot of reviewers are calling a terrible ending, the game has actually been scoring pretty well. Some even praise the voice acting. What do you know? Overwatch 2 kicked off its seasonal Halloween terror event this week, which in the past has been a nice treat, but players are instead feeling a bit tricked by the price of a related Halloween-themed cosmetic bundle. The Kiriko Witch Bundle includes a highlight intro, a witchy player icon, a witch-themed name card, and a black cat weapon charm. But the cosmetic item included that players really cared about is a legendary skin for Kiriko, which makes her look like a witch. That bundle costs 2,600 Overwatch coins or credits if you prefer, which amounts to about $26. Other similarly modeled free-to-play games have also fairly expensive bundles, but they usually also allow you to buy skins separately instead of a whole thing together. At the time of this recording, that's not the case for Overwatch 2 and the Kiriko Witch Bundle. Lots of upset fans on Twitter, and the Overwatch subreddit is basically on fire. There are even posts calling for players to report Blizzard to their local consumer protection authorities in countries that have stricter laws about bundle goods. That'll show them. Despite all the issues, the game is free to play and reportedly amassed over 25 million players in its first 10 days. All right, let's move on and look back at a comment from last week. Last week, we shared a short story that suggested Sony might have canceled their big 2022 PlayStation showcase in order to have a better position while trying to convince economic regulators around the world not to approve Activision's acquisition. In the comments, Bingo5387 wrote, "Sony not doing their showcase to strengthen their case against Microsoft is such a petty move." Yeah, that seems like, it's like taking your ball and running away with it and then burying it. I agree with you, Bingo5837. Good comment. You did it. You're the first one. We nailed it. Perfect. We're gonna do this every week now. All right, we have a few Halloween-themed games coming out this week, so let's get into some upcoming releases. You know what? This is not my favorite part. So where's Charlotte? Charlotte, Patrick, I'm gonna take a break. You just read the things.
Naturally.
You have to say when they come out. Make sure to say the platforms. I was told to make sure to say the platforms.
Very well.
Of course, naturally.
Insomnus is a first-person horror game focused on story, exploration, and solving puzzles. Take control of Joe Gastave and discover all the secrets of the Gastave mansion. Insomnus.
Switch.
October 31st, Halloween. Very
Necro
scary.
Boy. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, that is very scary. Necro Boy, Path to Evil Ship. It tells the story of a young necromancer aiming to become the greatest lord of evil by using dark powers to bring necro minions back to life.
I thought they'd all been killed.
Well, they're coming back, and they're entering the crypt of Necroman.
Oh, duh, yeah,
Necro Boy, Path to Evil Ship on
PC, also
October
on
31st.
Halloween.
Very scary.
Raise the Dead is a fearsome necromancer in the dark world of the unliving.
Whoa.
Lead your undead Are these all about the unliving?
I don't know, it's very scary.
Lead your undead armies into the endless fight in this roguelite action RPG game. Burn cities to ash with devastating magic spells. Slay epic bosses and turn your enemies into morbid servants. Ooh, I don't like that.
I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight. I'm gonna need my warm extra milk.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. Anyway, keep it the unliving PC. Also, Halloween.
Woo.
Which is the worst time to release a
The
spooky game because you
unliving.
should be out like in a costume.
Getting candy.
Having fun,
Yeah, and
yeah.
also, it's the end of the month. It should be a Thanksgiving game.
Right.
The Chant. Say it with me. The Chant.
The Chant.
The Chant. The
The
Chant
Chant.
is a
The Chant.
we're done. Is a third-person horror action adventure game set on a remote island retreat. To survive, you must craft, fight, and escape the psychedelic horrors set loose when a spiritual ritual goes wrong and awakens the dimensions of a cosmic terror. The Chant on PC, PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X on, you guessed it, November 3rd.
Yep. Vanquish your foes with a single strike and 1v1 weapons fighter. Die by the blade. Dodge and parry your opponent's blows with lightning speed and master the art of one-hit kills. Die by the blade. It comes on PC, PS5, Xbox Series.
Series
Are we
X.
on Series or?
Series,
Series X, PS4, and Xbox, November 3rd.
The Entropy Center. I actually am kind of excited about this one.
Okay.
Yeah, think in reverse. Think about it as the Entropy Center. Outsmart the impossible. Stop. Stop it. Stop. A mind-bending first-person adventure where you solve ingenious and complex puzzles by rewinding objects through time. The Entropy Centre on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One, November 3rd.
From Space is a solo and co-op action shooter for squads of up to 4 players.
From space?
That's right. Take on the challenge of liberating the Earth from an alien infestation with your friends using over-the-top weaponry in a post-apocalyptic world with awesomely stylized graphics. The apocalypse has never been so much fun.
I don't believe it. I need my warm milked.
From Space comes out PC and Switch, again, November 3rd. Now this one,
Okay.
I'm actually interested in, okay?
Yeah, all right. Is it okay if I take it?
Take it, please.
That's right, folks, it's Horsetails, Emerald Valley Ranch. Your aunt has really let the family estate fall into disrepair.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What remains of the once glorious stud farm is now rubble and ruins, and you are the only one who can do anything about it.
You gotta get these horses and again and making horse babies, and if that nasty aunt of yours is gonna get in the way,
break her like a stallion. Right.
neck snap.
You don't need her anymore. You got 3 more ants. And
Trying to
uncles
run a
to boot.
stud farm, yeah. You got bigger things to worry
Here,
about.
not a being nice to ants ranch. Horsetails Emerald Valley Ranch is coming to PC, PS5, PS4, and the Nintendo Switch on November 3rd.
How to
say goodbye.
It's a beautiful narrative puzzle game inspired by picture books. Recognize the environment and solve puzzles to help a group of ghosts on their quest to finally move on.
That wasn't that word.
What? Reorganize the environment.
We'll just add it in. Sorry, Evan. Here, ready? Just say recognize. Or say reorganize. Great, there we go.
And you can make that work, right?
I'm not editing this.
Wait, we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we
It's their
want.
problem. King Shunt.
Did you say it's coming on November 3rd?
Oh, How to Say Goodbye. They are all coming November 3rd.
Just
They
let
know
the
that.
people know.
How to Say Goodbye, PC, November 3rd.
It's a half-hour episode. King's Hunt is a third-person tactical arena brawler set in a dark fantasy world. Form a team of 5, choose your hero, and summon powerful minions. There they are again. They're taking over the world in towers to combat the enemy team. King's Hunt is coming to PC on November 3rd.
Outshine. Unleash your powers against your oppressors in this arcade, fast-paced typing game.
Oh, no!
You famously can't type.
I can't.
Avoid traps, destroy enemies, defeat bosses to seek your revenge, and rush to the top of the leaderboards.
I'm having trouble on the Keter boards, okay?
Yeah, that's nice. PC, November 3rd.
Embark on the craziest journey of your life in It Takes Two. Oh, we know this.
That's been out.
It's been out, but I have a feeling it's going to a different platform. A genre-bending platform adventure created purely for co-op play as the clashing couple Cody and May, 2 humans turned into dolls by a magic spell, who are reluctantly challenged with saving their fractured relationship. If you're trying to talk to your
Divorce is a sin.
Exactly.
Okay? That's what we've been saying.
You've got 24
for
hours
years.
to annul, but after that, sorry, pal.
You're going to
married.
hell.
Anyway,
You're gonna be a minion.
Yeah, you're gonna be a minion in a tower in hell. It Takes Two is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 4th.
WRC Generations rise to all the challenges of the most comprehensive, realistic, and demanding rally simulation ever developed.
It's a good. I played one of these. It's
WRC
crazy,
Generations, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, November 3rd.
Aeterna Noctis is a demanding Metroidvania that combines intense platforming with challenging enemies. Recover your power and help the King of Darkness in an epic adventure only suitable for players who want a real challenge. Aeterna Noctis is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 4th.
Demon Throttle tells the story of a beautiful vampiress and a dusty gunslinger. I said what I said.
Okay.
On a quest for vengeance against a demon that stole her mystical chalices and slept with his estranged wife. You got it? Now the 2 unlikely companions must blast their way through 4 monstrous generals, thought it said genitals, and their wicked domains to lift the demon's curse and exact their revenge. Nobody my wife but me. Demon Throttle is available on Switch November 4th. But only physically, never digitally.
Oh, powerful.
Demon Throttle Switch, November 4th.
In Harvestea, you wake up during the height of quietus, a catastrophic disaster that visits with the changing of each season. Use your vibrant house as a base and cooperate with the allies to overcome danger as you draw ever closer to the truth behind the disasters and the very world's creation. Harvestea comes to PC and Switch on November 4th.
And if you have a harvest coming up, don't forget to sacrifice a woman.
Or a lamb, or both.
Because otherwise harvest is gonna be real bad
You
this
are
year.
not gonna get good crops.
Oh God!
Oh, man.
Holy
That's all the news we have for this week. Have a great weekend. Have a happy Halloween. We'll catch you next week. Thank you very much, Patrick and Charlotte, for joining in, and thank you everyone for watching. We love you guys, or I love you. I don't know, I can't speak for them, but I love you.
We're okay.
I love
fine.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
We haven't seen each other since we left the show.